Now, just before we go, a story that's doing really well on BBC London's Instagram page from our archive. It looks back at how some London commuters marked Valentine's Day back in 1997.
They may look like your average London rush hour commuters, but in fact, underneath those grey suits, they're all cuddle bunnies and snuggle pops.
To Andrea, roses are red, violets are blue. I travel by train, and so do you.
Romantic fervour was hitting big time this morning, with messages interspersed between the more prosaic platform changes over the tannoy. Someone who was very surprised was Michelle de Leo, who got proposed to as she was about to get on the 7:53 to Victoria.
What's the answer then, Michelle?
Well, if it's from John, then yes, obviously. I think it's from John. He's never called himself a cuddly lion before, so...
It all turned out to be a joke, however, played by a colleague, but it did have a happy ending. Michelle's real beau proposed after hearing about it all later this morning. Sarah Morris, Newsroom South East at East Croydon Station.
Wonderful story.
And finally, this Valentine's Day to perhaps the country's most loved-up care home. 7 pairs of pensioners live at the Manor House in Harrogate. One couple actually met there, with 90-year-old Jeff proposing last November. Our North of England reporter Amy Welsh met the residents with romances to rival any Hollywood rom-com.
Men and women can't be friends.
Greg?
No, I don't like to eat between meals.
The secret is honesty.
Ability to argue a great deal of the time.
By agreeing with everything she says.
Amanda never said how attractive you were.
When Harry met Sally, Peter was already married to Jean.
We just looked at each other.
Was it love at first sight?
Was, wouldn't it?
Yes, I think it was.
They wed in 1956.
What attracted me was his coat he was wearing. A Mac.
It's a trench coat.
And who does most of the talking?
Both of us.
There's no answer to that, is there?
And are now residents at Anchor's Manor House care home in Harrogate, along with 6 other couples. For Ken and Laura, it was love at first sight 62 years ago.
What drew you to him?
I don't know. He was just a little bit better than the other crowd and around.
Just a little bit better.
And while love is clearly in the air, it's Jeff and Kathy's first Valentine's Day together.
Jeff, what is the secret of your success?
You've either got it or you don't, and I've got it.
They got engaged in November after meeting at the home.
I wouldn't say he swept me off my feet, but he was very kind and caring. And then he said about...
And what about very sexy?
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
Love is more than just a game.
So it seems you're never too old to find love. And for these happy couples, home really is where the heart is. Amy Welch, ITV News, Harrogate.
That's a great story. That's all from us for now.